Curtis, DIY.
DIYers, I know the name Kanye West has been quite polarizing, specifically over the last few years. I mean, you pick a reason why. I know that he has said some things that have been very hard to stand behind if you are a Kanye West fan. I am absolutely a Kanye West fan, been so since the beginning, especially as an artist and producer myself. No matter where you stand on some of the topics that you may disagree with him on, one thing that you cannot deny is this man's work ethic and his ability to pull himself up after people count him out. I want to refresh your memory before we get to this story that just dropped today. And this is 2 years via TMZ. They were very loud about after he made some anti-Semitic statements. They were very loud about how he fell from billionaire status in this video that was posted on TMZ 2 years ago. I just want to give you a little bit of context of how we got to this point.
Kanye West under fire, vilified, his business partners jumping ship after all that hate speech. Yes, it's another episode of Kanye West, the embattled billionaire. Oh, sorry, slight title change.
It's quite cartoonish the way they talk about real life experiences.
Oh no, but yes, demoted. And what was the final nail?
And Adidas announced it has cut ties with Kanye West and the Yeezy brand. But more upsetting to him, Forbes now says he's not a billionaire anymore.
Couple years back, Forbes valued Kanye's net worth at $1.3 billion.
Now they say after this, it's about $400 million.
$400 million?
$400 million, and you got a room full of folks in there enjoying the downfall of this man. Matter of fact, I remember the headlines even with Forbes. Kanye obviously wasn't happy about Forbes being so quick to report this, but they reported the billionaire is no more. Kanye West's anti-Semitism obliterates his net worth as Adidas cuts ties. I preface this only because it brings me so much joy, because I think that Kanye has stood on business on what he does believe, and he's also apologized for things that people have interpreted as extremely disrespectful. But one thing I don't ever have any questions of is if he's standing on his own beliefs, and he has done that. Well, as of the other day, Kanye West went to his Instagram to announce in 2025, Ye's net worth went from $400 million to now standing at $2.77 billion USD, as confirmed by Eaton Venture Services. The valuation is based on his music portfolio and his sole ownership of the Yeezy mark. We gonna be just as loud as they were of his criticism as we're gonna be of congratulating him in this moment.
Somebody gonna have to deal with it
Incredible. Ironically, with how loud they were, not only this 2.7 eclipse where he was before, but it also makes Kanye West the richest rapper alive. Insane. I'm not one to count pockets and all of that stuff, but I am one to congratulate a black man when he has found his way into this world and figured something out that allows him to employ other people, that allows him to create generational wealth. It's inspiring to see. The article goes on to say Kanye West has reportedly joined the Billionaire Boys Club, surpassing Jay-Z as the richest rapper alive in the process. In an Instagram post on Thursday, the rap icon and fashion designer boasted that his net worth was now $2.77 billion. La, 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 la. He wrote in a caption, seemingly gloating in the face of naysayers and enemies. I mean, is it that, or is he just quoting "Can't Tell Me Nothing"? I mean, you know, that's the motto. Kanye West's net worth soaring back into the billions is based on his music portfolio. If you remember, he's done some really independent business over the last few years. He's been selling physicals again, direct to consumer, from his website, #1 album with Ty Dolla $ign and with Vultures, and it's just been doing so well for him independently on his own dime, which is beautiful to see. Forbes, the standard bearer for celebrity net worths, has yet to comment, interesting, on the figure and still estimates the rapper's fortune at $400 million. Of course they're not going to jump up and say, we were wrong about Kanye. Of course not. If his net worth has indeed ballooned to $2.77 billion, Kanye will have eclipsed his former friend and collaborator, his big brother, Jay-Z, who is worth $2.5 billion. The Watch the Throne duo are the only rappers to ever cross the $1 billion mark. Previous reports that Dr. Dre and the Diddler had also reached the milestone but have been debunked. Kanye West was reportedly stripped of his billionaire status in 2022 after Adidas terminated their lucrative Yeezy partnership over his series of anti-Semitic remarks. And I'm not glossing over that, right? Especially for my viewers that are of Jewish belief in descent. Like, that's not something I'm glossing over. He said some things that were really nasty. But I think he also said some things that made people uncomfortable. And I don't think they, in my opinion at least, didn't seem to be anti-Semitism. It seemed to be him expressing his viewpoints about the way the power structure is set up. And I'm sure if anybody has a better idea of what that looks like or what the patterns may be, it's someone like a Kanye who has become a billionaire twice. I'm sure he sees it from a very different point of view than you and I, who have never been in that room, see it. That's my assumption. The Good Music founder later admitted that the dissolution of his Adidas deal left him in dire financial straits. He said to TMZ in early 2025, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I was 2 months from going bankrupt, and we survived. We survived through the cancellation. Whoa. It says, Adidas also felt some financial hardship as the result of cutting ties with Kanye and announced at the time that it expected to lose approximately $246 million in net income in 2022. Whoa. West retained the rights to the Yeezy brand and has since taken it independent. The company appears to have successfully bounced back, generating seven-figure revenues in just 24 hours from its latest clothing drop. I think one interesting thing that you can't overlook, you don't get to that kind of status unless some of his buyers happen to be Jewish. Just an interesting thing that we probably want to put out there. Maybe it's not a monolith. The same way it's not a monolith with black folks. Maybe not every single Jewish believer feels that he was nefarious in the things that he was saying, or that he was genuine in even some of the things that he's saying. Shout out to Active World. Kanye West is making history in 2025 as the richest musician in the world with an astonishing net worth of $2.77 billion. His success is fueled by his groundbreaking music catalog and complete ownership of the iconic Yeezy brand, which remains a force in the fashion industry. But Ye isn't stopping there, as he's leveled up by launching Yeezy women's wear, setting the stage to dominate yet another segment of the fashion world with women. That's crazy. From music to style, Kanye's empire keeps expanding and his influence knows no bounds.
Knock Ye off his billionaire status with that whole Yeezy situation, right? He done shook back already. Now he at 2.77 billion, bro. So he done scaled up from that last billionaire status he was at before. It ain't even surprising because the run Yeezy had was crazy, bro. And I don't care what nobody say. You can say Kanye is sellout, he work in the industry and all that, bro. Him having his own shoes, shout out him and Virgil, bro. They inspired a lot of us, bro. Especially with the fashion tip and all that, man. Like, just even seeing him as a brand owner and how he went against them top brands and them Adidas and going against them folks, bro. Yeezy turned Adidas up. Nobody was even worried about Adidas, bro. Even the way they make their model they shoes now, I guarantee you still model after the Yeezy, bro. But at the same time, this shit could be taken away at any second, bro.
That part.
About the legacy.
Yeah, and there's things that I'm thinking about even with, the way that he was embracing Trump and the way that it was it's not even so much about his belief for me or that he supports a guy in office that's going to look out for somebody in his tax bracket. That doesn't surprise me, right? I disagree, but it doesn't surprise me. It's the whole making a show out of it. I think it was the performance of it all for me that was like, is this really even necessary? But I mean, he knows best what's best for him. I'll leave it at that. There was a lot of people who had things to say about Kanye when he went from billionaire status to millionaire status. One of those was a Taylor Swift fan page. And the Taylor Swift fan page says, Taylor Swift can now buy Kanye West and still have $700 million left for herself. Now, this is not Taylor Swift talking, but it's someone who's a fan of her, and that was a wild statement on Twitter. Twitter ain't got no sense, or X don't have no sense. So somebody went and returned a favor recently and said, Kanye West can now buy Taylor Swift and still have $1.17 billion left for himself. We do not condone buying of human beings or bodies or anything of the sort. It's just a retort, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that's a hell of a retort. I don't think I can go with the mob anymore. Let me let you know what I mean. I'm not ready to throw people away anymore. I feel like as a believer in God, in Jesus, I feel like messages are delivered through people with opposing views on purpose. And I feel like it's the perfect challenge for some of us sometimes to be able to look past that and catch the gem that they just happen to be a vehicle of. I'm trying my best to, really find the other side, the other perspective of things. Once I've gained understanding of a situation, it's not that I empathize, but it's like, oh, I could see why someone else may feel that way, even though I strongly disagree. When I look at Kanye, I look at if it can happen to him with all the people that he's befriended, all the people that he's made rich, all the people that he's helped out, all the people he's looked out for, if they can take that away from him, they can take it away from anybody, no matter what your size is. To see him go through that and get it back again, to me, shares a tenacity. It shares a hunger. It shares a work ethic that not a lot of people, I think, would understand. I understand it on the space and the level that I'm at because this is what I do. I show up daily and I work. But seeing that is very inspiring. And I'm able to look at that and look at the things where I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with you saying this and slavery was a choice. But I'm able to look at it and say, sometimes God delivers messages through people that you're having a hard time understanding or agreeing with. I'm not saying it's got to be like that for you, but for me, I'm trying to get all the messages and be able to decipher when it's someone with a nefarious intent and when it's just a message that you don't shoot the messenger for. DIYers, those are my thoughts on that. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment, which I know you're going to do. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't be greedy. Peace.